How are you? My name is Dr. Robert Doan, and I'm the director of the graduate programs. I reviewed all your applications. I'm excited because we think that you are a great candidate. We only accept great candidates into our Master's of Education in Phys Education and Sport Coaching program. We're excited that you're here, and so today I just want to talk a little bit about getting all set up. Now that you've been accepted into graduate school, took that next step, let's go ahead and get you accepted before the classes begin. And so some of the things I want to talk about is we have three major logins at CSU. We have our MyCSU, we have our Buckmail, and a Blackboard. Some of this might be familiar to you, especially if you went to CSU as an undergrad, but we're going to take some steps about how to get that all set up. So in MyCSU, you'll be provided an ID number and a PIN. This is very important to have because you'll be using that in your Buckmail and in your Blackboard. And then if you have any IT support issues that you need to be done, so it's important to have that. Think of MyCSU as your homepage. We even have some students that set it as their homepage. I know that's one of my home pages in one of my internet browsers is MyCSU because it's easy to get to. It's our central hub. You can find many different things on there. It's one click away. When you're getting started, go ahead and click the I forgot my PIN. And you'll say, well, I didn't forget my PIN. I hadn't given a PIN yet. Well, that's right now with our system to get started. You forgot your PIN. So go ahead and click on that. And these are some gentle steps of how to get all set up. Once you get into MyCSU, as you can see, you can check the student tab because you are one of the students. You can look at your account information. You can look at your payments. You can do your e-payments, financial aid lives up there. And so those are all different things that you can do. You can look at your course schedule, the student tabs. You can see where the classes are and all that fun stuff. Now this is an online program, but at least you'll know when the dates of the classes start. Buckmail is very important to get set up early on. The biggest reason why is because everyone's like, well, I have an email account and I like to use my school email account that I work at or my personal email account. It's a federal mandate that we have as faculty members to only communicate through Buckmail. And so that's why it's so important to get set up early because you'll be using that Buckmail throughout the 2 years in the program. And so our faculty members are mandated from our registrar's office to only use our Buckmail account. So we have some simple steps to how to set your Buckmail account up. Now in that Buckmail account, you can always have it forwarded to your personal email account if you would like. But just know that when you email your professor, make sure you're doing it through Buckmail so that the professors can email you back, especially if it's critical information about grades or coursework. But yeah, so the Buckmail is your student email account. CSU, when you apply and you get accepted into the program, they automatically generate a student number for you, and they also do a username and password for you. And so as these examples here, your username is usually your first letter, your middle initial, and then student at csustudent.net. And so these are just some examples that will be posted on the Blackboard shell for you to look at. When you first access the system, it will be prompt to reset your password and enter the language preference that you would like. Just go through those steps, and like I said, you'll get set up with Buckmail, and then you'll be good to go for those 2 years. One of the students asked me, well, if I communicate through Blackboard, do I have to do Buckmail? If you want to graduate, yes. Okay, so when you apply for graduation, that email will be sent to your Buckmail account, and so you're going to have to accept that and fill out the form, and then email the registrar through your Buckmail account to apply for graduation. So you might as well get it set up early, and then be set to go for those 2 years, and then on that wonderful graduation day. Blackboard. Some of you use Blackboard at other institutions or at CSU. It's a great forum where we set up, which I'm going to actually have a module or a video posted shortly about navigating Blackboard. Okay, but to get going on that one, it's your username and your username is your student ID, and then your password is your MyCSU PIN. And so that's why it's important to write that stuff down when you're getting started about what's your PIN number, what's your ID number, that kind of stuff. And then you'll use that throughout. So if you have any Blackboard issues, feel free to talk to your instructor. You can always talk to me. And some of the times it's just out of our possibilities of what we can do, and so we have a Blackboard IT department that we can direct you to. LibGuides, library guides. We use library guides in our graduate programs at CSU. It's a great resource. I'm going to show you a video, or I'm going to show you how to use that in our Blackboard module. But these are some simple steps if you want to just go ahead and get there now and go ahead and view it. But you go to the library homepage and you go through these simple steps, and you'll see what we're talking about. Now that you've accepted, we accepted you here, we wanted to let you know that you will be supported. We have a writing center on campus and in our library. Those two team up really well to really help you through graduate education. As you can imagine, or if you have heard, graduate school is a little bit different than undergraduate. There's more papers to read and there's papers to write. And so we want to make sure you support it. Even though it's an online program, both our library and writing center does chats and phone calls and video conference calls to help you. So either setting up your research as a master's student in the 601 course with the library, or writing papers and just learning about grammar mechanics in the writing center. We have specific writing center workers who are working with our graduate programs only, and so they're here to help you. They know that you are a graduate student. Course offerings, this course is totally online. There will be some courses listed as hybrid, but that's only if you're in Charleston area, if you want to come and sit with the instructor and talk. All the courses are fully online. They're set up to be taught that way, but we wanted to support anyone that wanted to come meet face-to-face as well. And so that's why some of those courses are listed as hybrid. Some questions you might have, like who enrolls you for courses, that's your advisor. And right now I'm the advisor for all graduate students, but that might change in the future. But your advisor will enroll you in all your in all your courses. If you have questions about your account or classes, you go to MyCSU. And we want you to go to your instructors if you feel like you're falling behind in your classes. So make sure that you do that, or you can always talk to me. We are located in Wingo Hall on campus, and that's if you want to come talk to us face to face, or Dr. Smith's office in the Athletic Training Center. So this program is a 2-year program designed that you'll take 1 classes of summers, or 1 set of summer courses, and then 2 falls and 2 springs. So, but that's it for the orientation. We're happy you chose CSU, and we look forward to working with you the next 2 years.